Hello, and welcome to another episode of Breaking into Cybersecurity Leadership Edition. Today, we have Kerry Hazelton, who is a senior individual in the cloud security space, and I wanted to bring him on to share his experiences. Kerry, as you've grown in the space, why did you choose to become a leader versus saying as an individual contributor?
And that's an excellent question, Chris. And just for clarity purposes, there is a distinction between individual contributor and cybersecurity leader. It varies from person to person, company to company. Some of you a title such as senior engineer or even lead engineer as contributor in name only. But what I've experienced is you are being groomed to become you're being groomed to become that one person who can gain the confidence and trust of not only your direct manager, but also from executive leadership to drive conversations on various subjects, various projects, to initiate those same projects and also to be able to inspire others around.
Okay. And as you are growing in that role, what are some of the critical skills that you feel a leader should have?
To kind of borrow from my current employer, which I won't disclose here, obviously, but I'm sure it's not that hard for people to figure out where I currently work. One of the values that they refer to is grit. The others that I've learned along the way are motivation, courage, and honesty. Simply have that determination to never give up on your dreams and goals, and you find the motivation to keep moving towards them. Have the courage to say no, or when you come to the realization that something isn't working like you thought it was, not in your favor or not on your destined career path, that's obviously you have control over. A lesson my father taught me before I graduated from high school years ago was success is your own measurement. And basically that means is you're the only one who can really define what success means for you. Don't let anybody else do that. Also, be honest with yourself and with others. People do remember you for your actions over your words rather than your actions. But if you follow through and do what you say you will do, people tend to remember that even more.
Definitely. With regards to your personal comfort level for the following competencies: delegation, collaboration, and communication, how do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5, and why?
I'd say somewhere between 3 and 4. I don't mind delegating, but I am a lot more comfortable when I working collaboratively with others on a team. I prefer working within a team as much as possible versus, on my own. I mean, if I'm on my own, that's fine, but I'd rather do it on my own rather than delegate to someone else because I know that I can get the job done.
As you consider influence throughout your career as a skill, how do you describe that, and why is it so critical for leaders to have?
Oh, it's a sorely needed skill. It's sorely needed. I mean, if you're going to be a leader, or at least being grown to become a leader, you have to be able to learn to influence others, and doing so in a positive way. You're going to find yourself speaking with key stakeholders across, various teams within an organization. Some may require a little more convincing than others. I should know because I've had that happen to me on more than one occasion over the course of my career. And the reason behind that is because when case in point, if you're trying to present an idea, obviously the key question from other stakeholders who might be more skeptical is, well, how's it going to impact my team? And being able to have influence on that stakeholder helps them to understand that there may not be such a huge workload or demand on your particular team, but you're more than willing to work with that individual and the people underneath that person to make sure that the project gets done.
Okay. And throughout your career, how do you rate networking as a skill, and why?
Oh, another good one. I will say over the course of my career, I have learned that networking comes in handy on more than one occasion, especially someone out there who is just starting off and, wants something, being able to network with your colleagues, with your peers within this industry is key. And I've learned that lesson many times over. So I definitely say it comes in handy.
As you think about someone listening to this podcast, potential future leader, what advice would you give them for their future career?
Never stop learning. Understand that this industry is very dynamic and is constantly changing, and understand where the trends are going and how to leverage them to your advantage by acquiring your skills or improve on old ones. Also, give back. Give back to the community to every opportunity. Remember where you came from, where you started, and that one person who took you under their wing and do the same for someone. I will say that someone did that for me when I first started off my journey 24 years ago. And his one rule to me was you pay it forward when you get to where I am right now. And that is something that I've been making every effort to do over the last 5 or 6 years.
Kerry, thank you for joining us today on Breaking into Cybersecurity Leadership Series. And